Today's update is going to move pretty quickly. Let's start with some really great news. Yesterday, we hit a big milestone of 2 million Kentuckians that have now been vaccinated. That is 2 million, a little more than 2 million Kentuckians that have gotten at least their very first shot of hope. And when you look at this, when you think about it, it is just a miracle. 15 months after the first case here in Kentucky, not only do we have effective vaccines, but 2 million Kentuckians already being vaccinated is really exciting. So let's look at Table 1, which shows vaccinations through the state. We are actually at 2,006,742 Kentuckians. That's because the Tiberius, the national system, updated. It had about a day and a half in it. But if you look at Table 2, what we have seen since this was opened up, since Pfizer was opened up to 12 through 15-year-olds, is a significant increase, not quite a doubling, but pretty close to it, of the numbers of people vaccinated last week versus the week before. Last week here in Kentucky, 74,553 individuals vaccinated. Very proud of this last week, and we want to keep it up. When you think about the fact that this was the first full week last week that 12 to 15-year-olds could get vaccinated, and many of the clinics that were set up to get especially middle schoolers and high schoolers are this week. Hopefully we will have two very good back-to-back weeks. Now let's look really quickly at our top 5 counties. I want to congratulate Woodford County. Now 60% of eligible individuals in Woodford County receiving at least their first dose of the vaccine. They pulled away just a bit from Franklin County, which used to be just 1 percentage point under. We've seen some upward movement from Fayette County. Good work. And then both Scott and Boone County there, each over 50%. When we look at Table 5, if we have it, just a couple of good numbers here. Hopefully you can see it all. 65-year-olds and up, we're now 81% of all Kentuckians 65 and up that have been vaccinated. 61% of Kentuckians 50 to 64. That number is increasing. We'd like to see it get better. 47% of Kentuckians 40 to 49, 42%, 30 to 39, 31%, 18 to 29. Again, we need to do better, especially in our younger age groups. As we'll see today, our incident rate is much higher among younger Kentuckians than older Kentuckians, and it's directly associated, we'll be able to give you some numbers here in a minute, with whether you're vaccinated or how much of each subpopulation by age is vaccinated. Thus far, we have had, looks like 23,409 12 to 15-year-olds that have been vaccinated since we had the ability open up to them. And we want to keep that up.